Yo, it's Batizi, and this is No More Black Tears podcast.
Yo, Caesar C's as always. We back in the building. Hey, shout out to Mr. DJ Rose, rep for us out there in the A. Y'all gonna lose tomorrow to the Saints, but it is what it is.
At the game for the 50 years of hip hop. So much love, 50 years of hip hop. We got two guests with us tonight. We got Ebony. Say hi, Ebony.
Hello, hello.
And we got Kay.
Anna Kay. Hey, what's up?
So it all happened in week C's, man. So this week in sports. So for those who've been paying attention, the freshman phenom Juju Watkins, she went to Sierra Leone High School with Bronny James. Now she's at USC. She's had 3 30-point games and 5 starts so far. So in her first 5 games, 3 of them have been 30 points. She's 1 game away from breaking Lisa Leslie's freshman record of most 30-point games in a season. Hey, man, you got any thoughts on Juju?
First of all, you didn't say it correctly. The great Lisa Leslie. The great, honestly, she's probably my favorite female basketball player.
Yeah, she's arguably a GOAT.
She's up there with what is it, Dominique? I forgot her name. I gotta go back and do some history checks, but definitely one of the best. She's 5-0. USC's 5-0. USC's got a strong basketball program on the men's side and on the women's side. They're 5-0 starting off. She's got 3 30
30-point games in 5 games.
And that's a lot to say. USC is not the Pac-12 is not a
easy conference
at all, in no means. So it's like, especially for basketball. So when you got schools like Stanford, UCLA,
yeah, them Pac-10 schools. Man, I've seen her highlights. Actually, I heard about her last year when she was still in high school. And the crazy part was, as good as Bronny and them other guys was on the boys team, she was actually basically rated the best player in the nation. So hey, man, I just want to see what she's going to do in her career. Most women stay 3 to 4 years in college, so her game's going to get better. If you've seen her play, she got handles like Kyrie Irving. She can shoot the basket. She can get to the basket. She got a complete offensive game. I don't really hear too much about her on the defensive end, but offensively, she's silky smooth, man. Speaking about high schoolers, though, man, have you heard about this Josh Giddey situation?
Yeah, I've heard, in passing. I haven't, sat down and actually listened to what was going on, but apparently we got another NBA player accused of messing with a underage female.
On TikTok and Twitter, people was posting videos of him with allegedly a high school girl. They kept saying junior high. He's 21, by the way. For those who don't know, Josh Giddey is an Australian player that plays for the OKC Thunder. And he's 21 years old. Apparently, the girl is allegedly to be 15. Now, there's some people saying she's 16. Some people saying she's not in high school. I went up and looked up the legal age in Australia. Australia, it can be as young as 15 depending on the circumstances, but it's normally 16. And in Oklahoma, the legal age is 16. Hey, I got Josh Giddey on my fantasy team. I saw him play last year. He's a good player.
Might need to make that trade, bro.
Hey, man, I know the NBA is investigating this, man. I hope that this motherfucker is not messing with a 15-year-old girl. We just talked about the baseball player messing with a 14-year-old girl. So hopefully this ain't true, but if it is true, man, hey, man, come on. You got too much money for that shit to be messing with a 15-year-old.
I mean, as we always say, though, other countries have other laws. It's disgusting as it might be. Other countries have different laws, so we can't sit there and say, "Oh, da."
I will say that does play a factor in it because, like I said, I looked it up in Australia, bro. It can be as low as 15, depending on the circumstances. And it's not like he's 25 or 30. He's 21. He came into the league at 19, so it ain't no telling how long he might have known this girl. And the pics I've seen, the girl doesn't look like she's 15, but I mean that doesn't mean shit in 2023. Like, we got women that's 15 that look 30. So, at some point in time, you knew if she was in high school or not. Like I said, hopefully if she is in high school, she's like a senior in high school.
And this is one of those situations, it's like, don't jump to conclusions. Let it play out. Let the team decide what they're going to do. And then ultimately, the league is going to do what the league. Probably sit them on the sideline, do a thorough investigation. So if you got them on your fantasy team, you might want to bench them or something.
Yeah. And unlike the other situation, the girl that was apparently 14, Like there was people on her behalf coming out. No one on this girl's behalf has come out and made a statement. This is just all pure speculation. But man, talking about athletes who basically cannot have a career without blemishes compared to an athlete who has never been in the news for the wrong thing. LeBron fucking James. It's been announced that Akron, Ohio is going to have a LeBron James museum, man. So I just want to get my thoughts on that. LeBron James is one of the greatest athletes of all time. He's definitely probably the greatest athlete of our generation. And when I say athlete, I'm saying in the sense of
accomplishments.
The accomplishments with the physical nature of himself. Like,
so how you view him, basically?
Like someone as big as LeBron, as fast as him, as athletic as him.
Yeah. Just
pure athletic wise. It's like when people used to say Bo Jackson was a pure athlete.
Yeah.
LeBron probably could have played receiver, maybe tight end in the NFL. Like he's that kind of athlete. Like he's tremendous, but most importantly, man, for him to basically go his whole career and we never heard nothing negative about him off the court is amazing. So he deserves this, man, as much as he's done for his community and Akron, as much as he's done for Cleveland, as much as he's done for that whole state and the NBA, because he's basically been the face of the NBA and he made white people feel comfortable rooting for black athletes because of the type of individual he is. So, hey, man, it's a great museum. Hey, it's an excuse for us to get plane tickets to Cleveland. And my brother looked it up. Hey, Akron's only a 45-minute drive. We go visit the museum.
And then we got to go out to Kansas.
And then we can either go watch the Indians play or the Cavs play.
The Guardians.
Or maybe the Browns play.
Maybe the Guardians.
I ain't watching no Guardians play.
That's the Indians, man.
Oh, that's their name?
That's a new name, bro.
I thought you were trying to say the hockey team.
Nah,
man.
Man.
Playing hockey in Cleveland.
They are, but they suck. They definitely suck. But yeah, LeBron James, like, he's going to be in that conversation. We talk about 10 years from now. It's going to be the Messis, the Ronaldos, LeBron James, maybe Steph Curry eventually, but definitely somebody who's done a lot for the community. And it's like, you know, it's something they would have done now or later, but it's good to see LeBron's stand-up guy. You know, it's good to see, man.
Hey, man, so how was your Thanksgiving, C's?
It was good, man. I ate a little bit too much, but, you know.
Did you catch any of these football games?
I did, man. I did. I was watching the Lions and the Packers, man. I thought the Lions were looking good for a little while, then they just lost it again. I'm like, damn, man, come on.
Yeah, Jordan Love and Christian Watson, they've been sorry all year. They choose Thursday to play ball out, knowing that I'm facing Rose in fantasy. Man, that shit pissed me off. I took a nap. I woke up. I'm down 45 points. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
They just trash, man.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
Then we had the sorry ass Commanders. Yeah. I thought the game would be more competitive than it was. I didn't even watch it. It came on the TV. I'm sitting at the table with my aunt's house. I look in the corner. I see, who's coming on next? My cousin, she's a good big football fan. She over here. Who's playing next? I was like, you might not even want to watch this game because what happened? Exactly what I said.
Ugly. Destruction, man. I watched the 49ers Seahawks game. It was kind of bad at first. It became competitive. It was crazy that Geno Smith couldn't get going. It was crazy that DK Metcalf only had one catch for I think 5 or 8 yards. And it's just like, wow. The 49ers look great. Debo looked great. Christian McCaffrey looked amazing. Like, he's in that conversation for MVP of the league. And Brock Purdy, bro, it's just still crazy that this guy was the last pick of the fucking draft. And he's playing as well as he's playing.
That's how it always is, though, man. You never know who's really actually going to be good. You can see certain ones, but certain ones, it takes a while for them to get good. But the Niners, man, they're really starting to become their former selves. Remember when they had it running like 2018, 2017? Yeah. They were like, teams were scared to play them.
Yeah, when they had Cap and they had that defense with Patrick Willis and them, they was a force to be reckoned with. Man, hey, did you catch any of these Black Friday sales, though?
Nah. I did Amazon, man. You know, they had some good deals.
I'm going to tell you who needs to catch a sale. The Jets. They need a fucking quarterback, and they need to find out, can they get one at a discount, man? Because Tim Boyle, he ain't it. Zach Wilson, I love what you do off the court. You fucking the MILFs. You ain't it either, though, man.
Nah.
The Dolphins slaughtered them niggas, and we still have not found out, besides the Pats early in the year and the Chiefs, only 2 teams have been able to contain Tyreek Hill. It's just crazy that this man is on pace to break.
Shout out to that man on one of my fantasy teams. Shout out to you.
I mean, I'm facing you, nigga.
Hey, good luck, bro.
It's crazy that he's on track to break Megatron's receiving record in the season, man. That's just crazy to me.
Megatron was a titan. He was definitely one of the best players. But did you see the injury though? I forgot it was
Ugly.
And they were talking about maybe an ACL sprain. So what basically come up? I'm gonna keep it short with this topic, but basically what they're bringing back up is they're saying MetLife Stadium is fucked up because that's the same field. Didn't Aaron Rodgers get hurt on that?
Yeah, the turf.
The turf. So they're talking about complaint. A lot of players in the last few years have been complaining about the turf. So you're gonna see that come up a lot. But yeah, the Dolphins they looking pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, man. Speaking of teams looking good, man. So college football, this is the last week of the regular season. Next week we'll start all the championship games. Man, I watched the Georgia game. It was good that they beat Georgia Tech, even though it was kind of back and forth. The Alabama game was amazing.
That last touchdown.
Alabama should have lost that game. Auburn had the game won. But the black quarterback, Milroe, whatever, man, like this is the beauty about sports. You can fuck up, but then you can redeem yourself, bro. Because he literally the play before on third down, he ran past the line of scrimmage. Instead of just continue to run, he tried to back up and throw it. Like, come on, bro. Once you pass the line of scrimmage, you can't throw it. And then that cost his team a loss of down and, a 10-yard, 15-yard penalty. Then the next play, he makes the throw to win the game. So I'm happy for him. The Michigan-Ohio State game, I know there was motherfuckers, TTK, I hope you listening. You were saying we all know Ohio State's going to win that game. I kept trying to tell you.
He said what? He said
Ohio State was going to win that game. I kept trying to tell y'all. Michigan, hey, they ain't them niggas to be fucking with. And I want to say this was the second or third game of Harbaugh's suspension.
Yeah.
So he should be back for the Big Ten championship. If not, they shouldn't be facing nobody.
They prove they'll be fine without him.
They'll be fine without him, but he'll be back for the playoffs though, man. So Michigan looked great, man. Was there any games that you just
watched? That Alabama game, that last touchdown, man. I saw the highlights for that one. It was deep. It was deep, and he called it. So
the accuracy of the landing.
I'd rather see Auburn win that game, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of Bama or Auburn, so it's like whoever wins. But that was a good fucking
Bama
game.
Winning that game made the SEC championship more interesting. But now, if they beat Georgia, they'll be in contention to make the playoffs.
Yeah, so it's that we know they're not gonna beat Georgia, but we'll say this though.
Georgia fans are so overly confident.
But that Michigan game was really
Rose. Hell yeah, because we ain't had shit in 30 years.
Oh, see, I ain't trying to get the
you can't give a nigga who been broke for all his life
$1 million.
Hell yeah,
y'all had that one play.
Juice man, you gave me all this money, and I'm in California. What I supposed to do?
You in Athens, you got some good players, and you finally y'all on your 3-0. The dynasty's gonna end eventually. We know that. But that Michigan game was very important. It sent statements through the league. Besides that, I didn't really keep up with college football this week. But it was some good games, man. I'm just ready for the playoff season. Them bowl games and the championship.
So, C's, man, we in week 12 of the NFL season. A lot of these teams that's playing this weekend have a lot of things at stake. And so these are the games that got my eye. The 4 o'clock game, Bills-Eagles. The Bills need that game because they're struggling. They battling. They need this to try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Their season's over, man.
But the Eagles have just looked, to be honest,
9-1.
They just look like no one can beat them, bro. Like no matter what, like the Eagles is the only team I watch this season. If you want them to run the ball 40 times, they'll do that. You want them to throw the ball 40 times, they do that. Hell, you want them to just win a defensive game. We're not even going to score that many points. They'll do that. Like the Eagles just look like no one's going to fuck with them. The next game is the Browns and Broncos because the Browns are 7-3 without a quarterback. They win this game, they pretty much going to guarantee themselves a playoff spot. But the Broncos came back from what was it, 0-5?
Yeah.
And to win 5 straight, they're 5-5, and they're still in playoff contention. So this game is big for both of them.
Still not expecting much from them, though.
And then the last game, I'm going to leave the Steelers game for you. But the last game is that Ravens-Chargers game, bro. The Ravens are the number 1 team in the AFC right now. So they win this game. They keep that number 1 seed. The Chargers, they one of those teams that they look good. They're starting to frail. They need to go and win some games to, give themselves a chance to make this playoffs.
Yeah, it's definitely, man, As a Steelers fan, I'm gonna speak on it, man. Bengals, it's a rivalry game. You know Pittsburgh's gonna bring it. It's a very important game.
And a moment of silence for Mike Canada.
Hey, rest in peace to your time at the Steelers. It sucked having you, and it's good fucking having you gone. When you got a whole fucking hockey stadium shouting your name that you fired that motherfucker. Finally got fired. You came in off of what's the word? Merit?
Yeah.
Merit and like favoritism?
Nepotism.
And you fucking suck. So it's good to see you out. Mike Tomlin, one of the greatest coaches in the NFL. Fuck what anybody says. Steelers still got a winning record, and they still the playoff pictures. They win this game, they'll be back in it. So I'll say that. Besides that, man, we got a couple other games. I mean, we kind of went over it. It's the Falcons and Saints just because rivalry.
And DJ Rose is there,
and we got a member there. So I mean, besides that, man, you pretty much went over the interesting games. See, from Raiders, do you think the Raiders are actually gonna do anything this game?
I mean, I'm proud of Antonio Pierce basically being a black man and taking that job and trying to do his thing. But the Chiefs lost nail biter Monday night to the Eagles. They finna beat the fuck out of the Raiders.
And then what do you think about the Ravens and Chargers? I see the Ravens have been pretty good.
Give me the Ravens, but hey, for those who like fantasy, I think that's gonna be one of the highest fantasy earning games of the week.
And then the last one, the Bears and the Vikings. The Bears.
But don't ask about that.
And we gonna move on to that.
Hey man, so you told me you had a great Thanksgiving. I did too, even though I had to work that night. I had an amazing Thanksgiving. This is the time where everybody has to remember why we celebrate Thanksgiving. But C's, man, tell us a little bit about the origin of Thanksgiving.
So the origin of Thanksgiving is basically all these holidays, whether it's Christmas, Easter, all got a pagan background. So it's all they get they've got all their shit from the Romans.
Oh, you don't say.
And then the Roman Catholic Church. So basically, you just take the same holiday, put Christ behind it, or the message, right, and then that's how you get the holiday. So the same thing with Thanksgiving. But I'll say this in the great words of Malcolm X. Plymouth Rock I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on me. But basically, right, I always say this. I will celebrate these holidays, but at the same time, I know the real meaning behind them, whether it's the pagan holiday behind it, like the festivals, whether it's Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Those are the three big ones.
Yeah, man. I'm going to shoot this to the ladies real quick, and then you could touch on it if you want. So, what does Thanksgiving mean to both of y'all, like in its present form? And what is one or two things that you're thankful for? Let's start with you, Anna Kay.
So, to me, Thanksgiving, growing up as a Baptist Christian, is that you are just appreciative of the things that God has given you. That's how we celebrate Thanksgiving. I give gifts for Thanksgiving. It's tokens. I call them small tokens.
So it's like an early Christmas.
What it is I give a card, and obviously I don't just give out bullshit. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
I don't just give out bullshit cards. I like they're individual, like little $1 cards, and I give everybody like a gift card or something. But I write in the card what I'm thankful for. And I started doing it because, and this is I'm not gonna make this long one. I started doing it because my grandparents are getting older, and I was raised by a tribe. You feel me? So when the matriarch and patriarch of your tribe on both sides are, we're at that age now, are like gone. We don't have time to just wait for that birthday next year. I need to do little things to continually let them know, hey, you're special, especially with, dementia and all that. So it was something that I wanted to do more so, for them, but then everybody included, a card. What am I thankful for? Why am I thankful for you specifically? Because everybody, offers different things, a different gift to your life or whatever. So I did that. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health. And I'm thankful for hope because the world definitely needs it.
Yeah, especially times like these.
What about you, Ebony?
I'm just really thankful for the holiday because it's always around the time me and my family get together. Because it's like my grandmother's birthday around that time every year. So it's just all the stuff that she's been through. The whole family, all 7 of her kids and their kids get together and celebrate her birthday. And I'm thankful for my health, my grandmother, and my family.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Those are great things to be thankful for. Hey, I'm thankful that hey, we in 2023, we head into 2024. I was talking to D. Will, one of the executives of the pod and engineers. Hey, man, it's just crazy to think how 2020, 2021 was so fucked up, and now people shit is starting to get back normal. Like people starting to go back outside.
What's really normal, man?
Well,
To be
I
honest.
mean, now people are outside, people going clubbing, people just we don't you don't see people in masks all the time. You sometimes see it. Sometimes I go to the store and see people in masks, but it's not people wearing the mask, people wearing the face visor, people wearing the gloves.
not
So
being able to fellowship.
yeah, so it's great that things are getting back to normal, and glad my family's doing it well. And I just think Thanksgiving is supposed to be that time of the year where you're appreciative for all the things in your life. Any thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, man, it's always good. It's like that time of year where people are off from work, so you get to see a lot of family you don't normally see. I saw a cousin I haven't seen in a long time. Second, third cousin. It's good to like just have another year. It's a reflection. Like 2023 seemed like it flew by, but at the same time, it's been a long fucking year. It's been a long year, but besides that, man, just thankful for life. Being around family, being able. But it's like I only had one day off. It's business as usual. Thanksgiving Day, had to go to work the next day. Besides that, I'm gonna end it on this note on Thanksgiving. It's Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. The same with Columbus. The only Christopher I respect is Wallace. Rest in peace to Biggie. But Happy Indigenous Peoples Day is really a signification of what happened to Native American tribes around over the years. But you basically take a holiday and celebrate it. Oh, the Pilgrims did this and that. They also did a lot of fucked up shit to them, and continues to this day. But that's just the fucked up part. Just know the history really behind the holiday. Celebrate it how you celebrate it, but just know where it really stems from. So,
Hey, C's, I forgot, man, something that Rose always gets on me about. Man, let's tell everybody what we drinking on tonight, man.
oh shit, what are we drinking?
Man, we got that 1792. We got that Eagle Red 10-year edition, for all the people at home. And we got some Casamigos in the fridge, that we got in the fridge just getting cold and everything. So time to move on to TNT, bro.
TNT. Boom, dynamite.
Man, so this first TNT, man, Snoop Dogg made a post last week saying, I'm quit smoking, y'all.
Yes, I
Then,
saw that instantly.
then all the rappers like Meek Mill and other motherfuckers talking about, oh, I ain't gonna smoke either no more.
We have an election coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Snoop is pretty influential. I mean, what hasn't he endorsed?
Yeah.
So why not a politician? You feel me? But it's weed is getting legalized in a bunch of places,
It's like, why
but
quit?
everybody's quitting.
Why quit now?
Because the people are followers. It's an agenda.
And we gonna get to that.
And then so
Snoop is
literally,
not quitting marijuana.
after saying that, this week he made a video, and it was basically a commercial for what, like a smokeless.
It was a
grill,
damn. It was like
smokeless oven.
either a smokeless grill or one of those like patio fires, and it was smokeless. So
And scene.
had everybody tricked. So
Man, C's, man, you got tears or no tears.
I got tears for all you dumbass people that said I'm gonna stop smoking.
Followers.
If Snoop ain't stopped smoking in 30 damn years, what the fuck makes you think he gonna quit now?
Followers.
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
believe that at all.
I ain't got no tears, man. I wish Rose was here because Rose always said, man, it's a lot of followers
Quit
out
being
here.
followers. Quit being followers.
Followers.
Hey, Rose, this for you, man. Now stop being followers. Be leaders. Be leaders. Learn how to lead like me.
Lead yourself. Want to
Hey,
follow behind
Hey,
somebody.
Ebony, you got tears or no tears?
I have tears.
You got tears?
I was crying and laughing at it.
See, tears and laughter. That shit was funny.
I was just, ain't no way. He's like a cheeky John. He's not.
What about you, Anna Kay?
I have tears for all the artists and fake ass motherfuckers who just proved that y'all are fucking followers. And you
Say
can't
it
think for
again. Fake
yourself.
ass motherfuckers.
Because that shit was hilarious. Let's be honest. I don't know Snoop personally. Probably never even meet him in my life. That would be dope though. Just gonna say that. He was Snoop lying, you guys. This nigga was like, I'm Rastafarian. I'm Snoop lying now. that wasn't that long ago. Did COVID really destroy y'all's brains like that for real?
Yes, it did.
It was like I called like 3 people. I said, "Oh my god, it says Snoop quit smoking," and I said, "There's no way." I said, "Snoop didn't quit smoking by choice. Either he can't smoke, so he can only eat edibles and do vapes and shit like that, or he's gonna endorse like some major vape." I said, "He didn't quit marijuana. Like,
He's not gonna ever
What?
quit. Man.
Yeah.
followers exposed in so many ways."
So this next TNT, man. So, C's, you sent me a video early this week.
Nah, I didn't send it.
Who sent it?
I want to say Rose sent
Oh,
it.
Rose sent it then, man. It was on Twitter, or for those who know it now, X. But it was a video of a white stepmother beating the shit out of her daughter. Stepdaughter. And she's beating the shit out of her. She says, "I'm not gonna stop till you tell me that you've had enough."
Damn.
Or some shit.
Yeah, it was something like that. And the dad or some man is there just watching. And when I tell you she's beating the shit out of her, for those listening, no, she's not using a belt. She's literally fist fighting this bitch on top of this bitch.
I need a prerequisite though. Like, what happened?
We don't know.
We don't
What do you
know.
mean we don't know? How you post something like that on social media and there's no explanation?
Punching this bitch in her shit.
Clearly, she challenged her. I mean, because she said, "Tell me it's been enough."
She stepped
She's
to
like,
her.
"I'm gonna keep beating your ass."
She stepped to
She
her.
did
said,
something because it's something. Listen, it's a new generation with these kids. Come on now, don't
You
act
gotta
like
put
that.
hands
Our
on.
kids, those of us who have kids, our kids aren't teenagers yet. Really, he's a boy, right?
But
Think
you still beat his ass though.
But you don't have to.
No.
That's the
I
respect.
just tell him I'm gonna beat his ass. And he's like, okay.
But I'm saying, if you had a child that would step to you, wouldn't you beat theirs?
But could you
Oh,
imagine? Imagine having to fight your 16-year-old daughter.
I started installing fear real early. So
She wasn't
you
there
don't
for
have
it.
to deal with it later on.
Exactly.
started
If you
it-
raise your
yeah.
kids,
If you start out like that, they're gonna always respect you in some type of way. Like, yeah, she'll knock my head off.
So I'm assuming neither one of y'all got tears for the situation.
Like,
I-
I don't know.
I-
Probably
I-
tears of joy. Tears
I
of
do
joy.
have tears for the girl because, like, you're supposed to discipline your
Fuck
kids.
that. She deserved
Let me
it.
finish. You sorry. Aggressive.
Go.
You're supposed to discipline your kids. Facts. Do you have to discipline your kids in front of the world? Like,
Yes.
we're that hungry for attention that I'm finna beat your ass.
And post it.
What
She
if-
wasn't
what-
recording it though. That's
No,
It don't
somebody
matter
else was,
because what
but
I'm
it's
saying
the
is
fact.
like, okay, this little
Did she
girl
see them
has to
recording?
go to school in the future. Girls gonna be like, oh,
Probably.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I bet I can too. They don't have like, they want to be, they want to be what's popping, whatever they say now. I know they don't say that, but whatever. So she have to. Whoever posted that.
so
for
tears or
why?
no tears.
I have tears for the girl because it's viral.
Ebony, tears or no tears.
I mean, I feel like punishment should be a personal thing. Tears for the child.
It's easy.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears, man, because I feel like step parents are parents too, and you cannot parent if you cannot discipline. So I'm just gonna say this: like, if you're a woman and you got kids, if you decide to deal with a man and marry him, you have to give him the ability to discipline, and vice versa. If you're a man and you got kids and you want a woman in your life, if you decide to marry her, they cannot parent if they cannot discipline. Now, was this necessary? I don't know. But I will say this, man, as kids do get older, we had this conversation, a podcast a couple episodes ago about the little high school athlete.
Yeah.
When kids start becoming teenagers, especially when it's the same sex, that's where it becomes kind of tricky. So like a son and a man or a daughter and a mother, hey man, at some point in time, you might have to put your dukes up and remind them, you think you grown.
Right.
I know I'm grown.
So do you feel like this was just a
Exactly.
one-off situation, like, and it was one of those situations where it's like, okay, I have to show you. When you were 3, you knew. When you were 7, you knew. When you were 10, you tried me and you learned. 13, and now it's
Yeah.
time.
We always teenagers. At some point in time, you start, and my grandma, rest her soul, she say this all the time. At some point in time, girls start smelling themselves. So
Mm.
she probably was smelling herself, and the mom said, "Hey, bitch, you gonna go in the bathroom, wash up, so you ain't smelling yourself no more." Tears or no tears, C's.
But I got tears of laughter, man. Because he stepped to her. She said, hey, she came out the car bucking off at her. She said, I will beat your ass. She did what she said she was going to do. She said, I'm not stopping till you say what the fuck I told you to say. She said it. It took about 3 to 4 hits on the top of her head, but she finally
You
said,
can
"Hey,
tell.
Hey man, and shout out to Mufasa, my homeboy TJ. And who says white people don't know how to discipline their kids?
hey, we got a prime example. They did it. It's just there was another video, just real quick. There was another video where this lady's recording this old man. He's walking out of Walmart, pushing his car. He said, "Yeah," he was like, "He slapped his granddaughter in front of everybody." He was like, "Yeah, goddamn right. I slapped her because she was disrespecting her grandmother." And he walked the fuck off. He said, "Post that shit," and he walked the fuck off.
Listen.
Discipline is important, man. Speaking of discipline, sometimes self-discipline is
Discipline.
important too. So in this next one, there was a white woman who ran up in a police station with a gun, shooting at the bulletproof window, trashing the place, hitting on stuff.
With the gun.
With the gun. The police came. I think they tackled her, but they did not
tackled her?
They did not use deadly force.
No deadly force.
They used no deadly force.
I mean, aren't we in America?
Yeah. Bruh, this shit is
Are we not?
This shit is so crazy. I got tears because every time I tell y'all, man, we have this podcast to talk about stuff going on in the black community, and I will always highlight things that I feel like it's an injustice. And this just shows that, man, hey, when black people do something, it get magnified 100 times because we all know if that would have been a black woman, and it's just crazy because there's so many videos of police officers and the treatment of black women too. Like, we know how they treat black men, but it's just crazy. I say black women because for a grown man, but there'll be video tapes of police officers slamming a grown black woman.
Crazy.
Like, that's crazy. So for this situation right here, like, yeah, she waving a gun, she got a gun. The police officer went well within their rights to shoot her and kill that bitch. But the fact that they did everything in their power to avoid that, we all know, had this been a black woman or a black man, nah, that shit went down.
Soon as they seen the gun.
Would have been another motherfucker dead.
I just want to say, like, listen, they tricked us, y'all. Like, Malcolm X tried to tell y'all, and I'm not Malcolm X versus MLK, but you need both to a certain degree of balance. And we went MLK, and it's been MLK. And then shit has hit the fan, and we say, shit is the same. No, we're not getting sprayed with hoses as groups of people. Because in groups, whatever. They can't really fuck with us unless they fuck with themselves and then fuck them. No. But individually, they have not changed. This is still America. We were their
America with 3
slaves.
Ks? Is it America with 3 Ks?
It's been. And they tricked us because they realized, listen, they're not slaves anymore. We can't make them work for us that way, right? We got to make them think they have rights. We got to let them vote, even though, we fix the election. We got to let them think they have rights, even though you are God-given those rights. They can't give you those rights. What do you mean? You have them. And now, we're going to make them think they're equals, but we're going to tackle the white people with the gun who kill masses and kill the ones who don't even have the gun on them to begin with.
And then plant it.
They're not for us, bro. Like, they never have been. And they never will be until they're gone.
Sees?
Man, I got tears for the situation because it's like, had it been anybody else besides a YT person, basically we know they would have been shot. How the fuck do you shoot the
Multiple times.
the plexiglass at the station? You popping the gun at the fucking plexiglass. When you walk into the police station or a convenience store, they got that plexiglass. She's tapping the fucking gun multiple times. It's
They
like,
would have been took that nigga out.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if it had been anybody else, it would have been instantly pop, pop. And then questions
You know
later.
what it is? They need their numbers, They're not just, they need their numbers.
And the thing is, everything's recorded now. So it's like, you can't say, like,
Where's
where's the proof? The proof's in the fucking, right there. Look at it. What's the shooting that happened in Massachusetts just a couple weeks ago? There's that situation. Is the man still alive? Probably. We've been desensitized. Anytime there's a mass shooting, I look at it, I'm like, oh, another one.
Right, but they don't kill them, but they kill us.
Exactly. So it's like, we got that. Ebony, tears or no tears?
Tears. Totally tears. Because it's just ridiculous, because of the situation. Any other time it will be gun, fire, and then y'all just want to blame it on the mental illness. Like, we can't have that too. So it's ridiculous.
If anybody got mental illness in America, it's definitely black people for the years of torture we
Indoctrinated
been going through, man.
400 something years going.
and counting.
But we can't have, what they have because they just really want to save their people.
We have it and they claim it, just like everything else.
Going from something somber to something hilarious. How many of y'all use Uber Eats or DoorDash?
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Grubhub.
Uber Eats, depending on where I'm at.
Hey, y'all fucked me out some money. Hey, Wings. What is it? American Deli.
You gotta
Count
report
your
it.
fucking
You
days.
gotta report it.
Count your. I did.
They refunded
I reported
me.
it. They didn't refund shit.
They thought you was lying.
American Deli. Count your fucking days.
That's surprising.
That's what you
I
get from
always get a
DoorDash and
refund.
American Deli.
DoorDash will get my money back.
I swear.
Uber Eats was mad that they had to go to American
I always
Deli.
get a refund.
So
Me too.
So,
They don't fuck with you,
so
bro.
we've all established that we've all used both of them before. So these two Florida men,
Oh Lord,
man,
Florida man.
Florida niggas are something different, man.
What's the happening?
So these two Florida men, they black. Bruh, they had a scam going on Uber Eats.
I knew it was gonna be something normal when you said they were black.
So basically, one dude had set up an account. the other
Multiple accounts.
dude- Yeah, multiple accounts. And the other dude basically would buy shit.
That's
And
what it died.
apparently, there's this card with a $700 limit. You go in the store and you buy the shit for the people at the grocery store when they place their order. They was basically getting the little cards and basically filling them out and basically getting money. On the course of a year, they had made over $1 million.
These niggas are smart as hell.
$2.1 million.
Keep this real.
Smart as hell.
And let me tell you, and we call Atlanta the home of the scam.
I'm sitting here like, how do we do this? What?
Them niggas got locked up.
Never mind.
The FBI started
Definitely not
following
worth
them, and they had them under surveillance for months. They followed them to like 10 different stores in one day. Like these niggas was going to multiple stores in a day, and they got locked up, man. Hey,
Of course
man.
they did.
K
Oh,
and a K,
wow.
man. Tears or no tears.
Bro, I have tears of laughter. This is the funniest shit I've heard today. Today's been a funny day. That was funny as fuck. Why would they think that Uber Eats DoorDash?
Uber
Uber
Eats.
Eats.
Why would they think that Uber Eats, who everybody uses, even rich ass motherfuckers, would not catch
They
them?
got away with it for over a year.
Okay, yeah, we gon' you know what they let you do?
They
You
let
just
you-
nobody knows. Y'all not watch First 48. They let you do it so they can really get your ass.
Yeah, they got them
They don't have the time to take your ass to court and lose. So we're gonna let this nigga do it. You think you're getting away with it? And then your ass is in fucking prison, my nigga.
This motherfucker started a jingle.
A whole jingle.
Ebony, tears or no tears.
That was crazy. But they profit off of it, so
Not really.
They ain't paid.
Really.
Hey,
They didn't
2.1.
take
So would you take $1 million to go to prison?
They would. They would take. They did take the $2 million.
If somebody
They
told
would
you, hey, I'll
go
give you $2
in,
million,
order
you
the
gotta do like
stuff.
10 years.
The police didn't take it.
Oh, they're taking it. They're taking it. Now they are.
They're probably taking like on taxes or something.
It's probably like on some card or some
Fines
shit.
or something
Fines
like
and
that.
all that.
enjoyed it.
But that money
like
got spent. Yeah, they enjoyed it. And I'm gonna say this right here,
Was it worth it?
man. I say this all the
It's $2
time.
million. You're gonna make that $2 million
Girl,
in
so
a year?
if somebody was like, I'm gonna give you $2 million this year, you can party all you want to for the next 2 years, and you gotta do 10 fucking years in federal prison, you'd be like, it's worth it.
Is it
Hell
worth-
no!
It's all.
If
If it
you
was
was
a-
living in hell, shit, maybe.
No!
No.
Hey man, I'm gonna
10
say,
years. But when old
You're-
boy did the what's the scam they had?
you mean the PPP loans?
Yeah.
That's
when-
different.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna get away with it.
Did the
And
PPP
he
loans,
thought he
and
was
he
Gucci.
racked that money up, but he went to give like 2 years.
Yeah, he got
That's
locked
different.
up.
He
got
thought
locked
he was gonna get away with
But-
it.
But then you got to
They
do
don't
pay the
back.
fine too, though. They
So
take
what?
the
Do
money
you
back.
think they only got 3 years? So you would take $2 million if you only had to do 3 years?
You can't keep that shit. You can't keep that
But
shit.
you already
no.
spent it. I mean,
Nobody
what?
gonna prove I got
Oh, they-
So you think
Where
they
you-
made more?
You ain't got $2 million
That's-
cash unless
So
you
you
got it
think they got
under
a
the bed. or
stash?
something.
Like they're gonna be straight when they get.
They ain't gonna do. Who gonna do that? Who gonna pull $2
The
million?
FBI doesn't know where their hidden money is because they went overseas and like washed it somewhere.
Man, these niggas ain't had no
Exactly.
They ain't smart. Like they
Exactly.
smart enough to.
Man.
They smart enough to scam, but they ain't
It's
smart
not a
enough to hide.
movie. They're not.
I
You
ain't
know,
got no tears, bro. Hey, they had fun. They probably paid for.
Right.
They probably paid for lots of pussy.
now they're gonna pay for it with years of their life.
Hey man, I know.
I hope
they-
you like
hey,
pussy.
Hey, let me keep it real. You give me $1 million, I know they was fucking some bad bitches. From Florida, especially Miami, Orlando, Tampa. got
They're
some
not
bad
gonna be able to
bitches.
touch one for like
So,
3 to 5 years.
No, they fucked up. That shit ain't worth it. But I'm just saying, they had their little fun. So they was fucking bad bitches. Now they probably gonna be getting fucked. And why they getting
Hey,
fucked?
Damn, why you saying like that?
I mean, because them the niggas who
They
get
soft
fucked.
niggas.
And why they getting fucked, they gonna be thinking themselves, was it really?
They're gonna be
worth
thinking
it?
about all 45 bitches they fucked that year, huh?
That shit. Probably not. Sees?
Man, I got tears of
Both.
tears of joy, cause damn, you got away with this shit for over a year. $2.1 million off of Uber, nigga.
The
Uber.
niggas ain't do shit.
Fuck, I'm saying, but you
That's
got away with
money
it.
how
for
much
doing
money
nothing.
Uber is really making.
You
That's
gotta-
a lot of money from doing nothing though.
You kind of gotta
Enough
just
to notice.
credit to them for doing it. It's just that's the thing, but it's just like I love the game, paid in full. I love the game. I can't stop. 2.1 million. I've been like, right, cut it.
So
I ain't
what
never.
number would you stop at? Everybody individually.
Shit, probably a
Real
million.
quick, $1 million. How about you?
I would have stopped at 250,000.
You?
The lowest 250. Like you said.
Listen,
Because I feel like I could have did 250, washed my hands of
right?
it, and then moved out of Florida, and then probably just got a regular job and just had other money collect interest and all the shit.
Yeah, I don't feel like they don't clock them at that low.
So how many of y'all have been to jail? Real quick, raise your hand if you've been to jail.
I ain't been. I ain't going.
None of them raise your hand.
Ain't been. Ain't
I
going.
did 30 days in county jail. You want to know what number I would have stopped at? It's a range, 30 to 80,000. You want to know why? I'm not going to prison. Are you crazy? Like for Uber Eats scamming and they
But at
have
the
penises. Niggas is not gonna respect that shit.
At the same time,
No.
I'm gonna be smart about
I
watching
need
my
to
shit.
be a little bit. I'm not watching shit. I'm gonna like pay for my degree and get the fuck on. This is Uber Eats. They are
I'm
going to
watching
find your
offshore
ass.
accounts,
This
Virgin
is not
Islands.
the laundromat up the street.
I've done my
nigga.
research. Shit, if I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it,
man. So
It didn't work. It's not going to work. You can't beat Uber Eats.
So going from people
What the
getting,
fuck?
so going from people getting millions of dollars to $1 million corporations. There was this white man on TikTok. He's a multi-millionaire. He basically gave this black young kid a job between the age of 19, I say 22, 23. But there was one stipulation in him giving him a job. He had to cut his dreads. He had dreads. He said,
Emasculating.
He said, cut your dreads right now and I'll give you a job on the spot. He cut the dreads. He took a pic of it and he said, hey, I'm giving him opportunity. And there's a lot of people on TikTok that is asking the question, why did he have to cut his dreads for you to give him this opportunity? Anna K, tears or no tears?
No tears. I feel like they're asking the wrong question. I want to know how strategic this brother was. Did he keep them?
nah, he couldn't.
Did he cut them and keep them?
They don't say they didn't
You
say
can
all that.
reattach your dreads. Like, is it emasculating? Yes, but is it worth the opportunity? What are you willing to sacrifice? I think that is a very fucked up but strong message. What are you really willing to sacrifice? A lot of these younger millennials, they are not willing to sacrifice. They are very expecting that things should just go a certain way. Some of them without putting in work. They think, and that is why, criminal rates, everything is, steadily increasing, even though everybody's not necessarily living in struggle the same way. Okay, so what was he willing to sacrifice?
Just for a little bit of context, it was a white man
I
that
know.
offered the job,
I figured.
and it was a black, younger black.
It's the dynamic. It's fucked up from the white man's perspective, but it depends what his dress meant to him. If it was just a hairstyle,
That's probably what it was.
you
Most
know,
people
like
nowadays,
it's like it's a hairstyle. Like fuck it, I'm a like stupid.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm gonna jump in.
tears
I'm
or
not
no
even,
tears.
I got tears. I'm not even gonna lie though. The perspective you gave Anna K, that was a unique perspective. I got tears because, like, as somebody that works in the professional world,
Masculine.
I've seen doctors, and I'm talking about like with the white coat on and everything, and have dreads, and I've had conversations with them. I'm like, brother, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you getting to this level of success and not having to compromise your integrity, because we as black people, man, why do we have to compromise
Exactly.
ourselves and who we are to move ahead? Because in the white corporate America, like, they can dress how they want,
Right.
but they can.
This is not our country.
That's not corporate mainstream.
A lot of
corporate
jobs
America.
have requirements for hair, though.
We're gonna follow up on
Yeah,
that one.
but I'm just saying, like, us
The same
as
thing.
black
A lot of
people,
jobs have
like me and C's,
You
we
be
had
a
this.
nurse, you can't have pink hair.
We had this conversation all the time, C's, about old TV shows from the 90s and early 2000s. But we all black, so we probably all know the show Living Single.
Yeah, Carl
And,
Barker.
And the black dude who worked in like
Carl
business-
Barker.
Yeah, the Carl.
Both of them. And old girl, they had dread-like
He-
hairstyles as well on
He had an
Maxine.
opportunity to get a promotion at his job, but a black man came and said, "Hey man, they want you to cut your locks." And he thought about the whole episode, and he finally said, "You know, man, my locks mean too much to me, man. They an expression of myself." And he told the white man that, and the white man said, "Oh no, we looked at all your work. We don't even care about your hair, man. Like, nah, man, we're gonna give you the promotion regardless. Like, at some point in time, we need to move up because of the merit of what we actually are capable of and what we can do." Like, I do like what you say, Nikki.
He was
Like,
a kid,
the
though,
fact
too,
that
y'all.
the fact that he was willing to sacrifice his dreads to move up. Hey man, I'm proud of that young brother for that, man, because you know what? Hey, that's cool, but at the same time, I'm gonna look at it like this. Why? Why I gotta sacrifice something personal to me? Like, to me sacrificing my time, like you telling me, hey, I need you to work overtime on the weekends.
It
Or
might
you
have been
telling me I
like,
need to
what
work
if
on
the
holidays?
what if the man owned a certain company where his clients would leave? You know, he knows it doesn't matter. He might be super successful. He might be super successful off of people who are ignorant as fuck.
And that's my
You know
point.
what I'm saying? Like, there are nursing schools that won't allow their students to have pink, red, purple, non-natural colored hair, and they can't wear acrylic nails. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
gonna respond to that. I'm gonna give it to C's so C's can talk. And that's my point in this conversation is the fact of, yes, there are people that will look at that doctor that I told you about, and they would think that he is one. They're already gonna think he knows less because he's black. You know, what's old buddy from A Different World, when he said that in a different world, that hit me
Kyle
so
Barker.
hard. When, like, they're already gonna think you know less because you black. It don't matter how educated you are. But when they see a black man with dreads or a fro, they gonna really think that you know less than what you know, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, he got dreads. That doctor don't know what he talking
because
about."
you're not whitewashed.
I'm just saying, like, white people will look at that doctor, and it's so bad. And this is the last time I'm gonna say it, it's so bad. Me and Rose have this conversation sometimes. When white America start putting standards out there, we are in this country for so long. There are black people that will look at a doctor or a lawyer with dreads,
I don't want that one.
and they will think to themselves, "I don't want him." Like, that's how bad it is, and that's why I have tears, because it's one thing when white people are just treating us that way, but we as black people are getting to the point where we're treating ourselves that way, to the point where, "Oh, I don't want to go there because that brother got tattoos on his arm, or he got dreadlocks or whatever." And guess what? The real question is, before you start judging him, ask that motherfucker what that shit mean to him, because you don't know. That shit might be a reason why he grew his hair. I be hearing stories about, "Hey man, my mom died when I was
Right.
13, and you know she had dreads, so I just started growing." Like, you don't know what it means to somebody, so find out. Hey, Ebony, tears or no tears though?
It's tears. I definitely agree with you. It's crazy how we're always stipulated to, they really feel more comfortable, hiring a woman with straight hair than curly hair. In a sense, it's just like hiring a man with the dreadlocks or with a little haircut. It's always to the point where I feel like this is more pleasurable for my clients. I want you to look like us. So we're always taking out our character when they want us to grow, and I just want them to accept everything, as if like women with dreadlocks, women with afros, women with natural curly hair, accept them just like you would a black woman with a perm, It's always, something they want to control our image.
Big
Yeah.
facts.
So for
C's?
me, man, I really ain't got no tears for the situation, because it's like you get to a certain extent. Oh, Jay-Z has dreadlocks. Did Jay-Z always have dreadlocks?
No.
No, he's a fucking billionaire. He can walk around dressing however if he wants to wear sweatpants to a business meeting, he fucking can, because he's at that level. But it's always, you'll use that comparison of, oh, black people have to cut their hair. It's the same with white people. If you see somebody that has a full sleeve of tattoos and they work in an office building, they got their sleeves rolled up,
It's not the same.
it's not the same, but
They
it's
can
in a
do what they
similar.
want.
It's a similar setting though, because
But
that
they
same
can get away with it.
that same person with tattoos, other white people are going to look at them and say.
It's
They're
2023.
trouble.
Most people don't give. We're in the South, okay?
But at the same
Most
time, you
people
say
really
that.
don't
You say that.
care.
You say that. But I'm telling you,
Over the age of what, like 56?
if
don't
there's a
care.
45-year-old with a full sleeve and a doctor walks in, people are going to be like, "Oh damn, he's a doctor." oh shit, I don't
That's
want
a
him.
flex. Only old people think that way. Like anybody under the age of 50 is not going to be like, I don't want the doctor with the tattoos.
In corporate settings, you have to look a certain way, which I don't have. I understand it, but I don't have tears
Was
for
it
it.
corporate though?
It was corporate. We're talking like
But my question is, who says you gotta look a certain way? Because I know Anna Kay said, and I'm gonna say this and leave it alone. She said the clientele may be like.
Do you see a white man walking around with a ponytail?
But I'm saying,
yes, it depends on where you live. We're in the
When?
South.
In corporate
Yes.
setting with a suit on.
The CEO will have a
CEOs.
suit on with a ponytail.
What non-tech company?
It doesn't matter. They
We're
don't
talking
care.
about this. They do
There's so many
fucking care.
remote workers. I'm telling
They
you,
got
they don't
the-
care.
Hey,
They don't
but
care.
my point is this: I know Anna Kay said that sometimes clientele may not want to deal with
Right.
in some way.
What was his position?
This is what I look like. I mean, this is how I personally feel, man. And I'm gonna keep it 100.
The things are changing, yes.
But listen.
I'm gonna say this right here. When it comes to certain stuff, if you that type of person, and I'm a billionaire or a millionaire, and I'm trying to get people business, but you know what, bro? I don't want some people business, bro. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
like at some point in time, I don't want your
can't work
business.
That's a
bro.
choice you
But
gotta make.
listen,
That's a
he's
personal
a
choice you
successful
gotta make.
businessman.
I don't want your business, bro.
I just want to say this, okay? And I'm not trying to be anti-America. I'm not anti-America, but we have to wake up, you guys. This is not our country. Not control-wise, politics. You know, I think it comes down to three things: spirituality, individuality, and community. Okay.
Oh
It's
shit,
that's
she
what it
pulled out the
is.
phone on us. Oh
That's
shit.
it. Listen, no, for real. Listen, community divide us.
Yeah, but it's
Division.
and there's so many things you can say. This is used to divide us, and it goes back to the conversation we had one of the early episodes. We talked about basically looking a certain way to get business.
But divide us, period. Older generation judging the younger generation because, oh, you need to cut your hair, or you can't do this. Individuality.
And I'm
look the same.
I'm on the fence of
Conform.
it. I'm on the fence of it because it's like, if I had longer hair, I would probably have dreads or braids myself.
Right.
But at the same time, I understand certain settings.
Hey, see,
I'm gonna have my hair in a certain way.
As you say that, though, what's in your ear right now?
An earring, but it's a certain. I know when to wear it and when not to
But
wear
it's
it.
deeper.
Which
Your
I'm gonna
hair,
assimilate
your hair is spirituality.
because
That's your
I'm
carbon.
just saying, we talking about appearance.
what I'm saying is when you go to these certain spaces, because when Mr. Smith goes home, he's probably wearing a raggedy ass T-shirt that says Bills or the Steelers or the fucking Falcons, and talking about, hey, pass me that fucking beer over there. And then when he goes in the office, he's like, oh, hey, how you doing today, John?
How many different
Hey,
hairstyles
Mr.
do white
Johnny.
people have?
A lot.
How
It's
many
a lot of
hairstyles
white
are they
people.
allowed to wear to work?
Most people shortcuts. I'm saying professional corporate settings, you have to look a
There's
certain
still
way.
a
And
variety.
that's across
though.
the
They
board.
They could have no hair. They could have like 3 inches, 6
It's
inches.
across the board though. When
What
you
you're
go
saying
to
because
these
they don't
corporate,
have like long bobs
you
or
go
something?
to the
Circle
Marriott
hairstyles.
or whatever corporate country. Name a corporate company. I guarantee you, when you walk into the building, the women have their hair a certain way. Whether
Okay,
they're
so
black,
it's not a
white,
race thing. They want
Asian, it
everybody
doesn't
to
matter.
conform. They want everybody.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
conform.
Okay, and then we could talk about that all
That's
day,
what I'm
man.
saying.
I'm not even gonna lie, because y'all both making amazing points.
That's what I'm saying. Corporate settings.
But I got an important question for both of y'all.